So if you've been under a rock, or if you haven't had a controller in your hand, there was a $69 billion deal in which Microsoft was buying Activision Blizzard. Well, Activision Blizzard owns multiple game IPs or game franchises. Primarily, you would know of Call of Duty. You know, that game that makes a ton of money. I mean, I'd probably like to say that they're not at the same standard as they used to be, but they're still very profitable. So with that said, Microsoft decided to go forth and buy Activision Blizzard, Call of Duty, along with a bunch of other games. Well, this basically has been an issue for Sony for multiple reasons. It's considered to be a monopoly. So Sony had an issue with it. The FTC tried to basically block the case. They actually lost today. So we'll get into this story. It says FTC loses case to block Microsoft Activision $69 billion deal. Microsoft will now own Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush. I think your grandmother probably still plays that game. Getting to the story, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission cannot stop Microsoft proposed $69 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard. A California judge ruled on Tuesday. The deal, originally announced 17 months ago, can now move forward by the July 18th deadline. In her ruling, Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley, pay attention to that name, said Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, say that 10 times, has been described as the largest in tech history, and it deserves scrutiny. As you can see here, Activision stock is currently sitting at $90.99. The stock changed $8.29 and went up 10% on this news. Microsoft, $332.47, went up 64 cents, and that is a 0.19% change. So if you guys have any Activision stock, you made some money. So then Florian Mueller says we have the decision. FTC lost. Microsoft ABK can close after considering the parties' voluminous pre- and post-hearing writing submissions are held a 5-day evidentiary hearing. The court denies the motion for a preliminary injunction. The FTC has not shown. So listen, why is this an issue? Well, obviously, there's been this battle going on for years. And if you're not a gamer, you're probably not going to know what I'm talking about. But the battle between Sony and Microsoft. Microsoft basically has been losing the hardware war over the years. So they said, you know what, we'll just buy the game companies. And then we'll make them exclusive to us, which, you know, subsequently may make people buy the Microsoft Xbox, which is their hardware. Is this good for business? Probably not. But the real issue here is Sony won't play ball either, right? I feel like if Sony played ball, opened up their exclusive to third parties as well, then you'd probably have a more open level of business on both sides. But obviously, we don't have that. So that's why Microsoft decided to buy Activision, which one of the biggest games coming out soon is going to be Starfield, I think it is, owned by Bethesda, and that will be on PC and Xbox. And unfortunately, that was supposed to be a Sony exclusive. See how that works? Just buy them out if you don't want to compete and you got the money. All right, next up, getting into Microsoft AI. Why people invest. Well, AI will help drive $100 billion in revenue by 2027. If you're not paying attention to AI, you definitely want to get on board. A lot of people are definitely scared of it, and I understand. But you have to realize that AI has been here before it was even mentioned in an article. There's so many things. I mean, you can even look at when you're going grocery shopping, when they started the self-checkout years ago. Well, that was AI. People are scared about losing their jobs to AI. I mean, McDonald's is basically making everything turnkey, so they don't have to have any workers. They don't have to have any cashiers. It's getting to that point. So if you don't embrace AI and you're scared of it, well, you're going to miss out. So, getting into the story. Given the run-up in AI-related valuations, separating the real deal from companies that are merely AI wannabes is critical. The first few things to consider are, will this company see revenue from AI, and if so, how soon? Although many AI stocks will not report enough AI revenues to survive the fierce competitive battle the tech industry faces, So Microsoft is a sleeping AI ML giant. Google gets a lot of attention here, yet I think they are equally prepared to serve this market. To Microsoft rival Google, the company has been investing in OpenAI, which is a large research and development operation that is breaking ground with AI algorithms that help computers to create images from text, reduce the amount of code that developers need to write, and also help robotics think and act like humans. Yes, they're looking to create robots that think and act like humans, and they're coming for everybody's job. DALL-E is a $12 billion parameter version of GP3 that creates images from text. The partnership with Microsoft will bring DALL-E apps and services, including the Designer app, an image creator tool, and Bing and Microsoft Edge. This was announced earlier this month at Ignite. Analysts have been raising their price targets to high 300s, with an Evercore analyst raising his price target to $400, stating the infusion of AI across Microsoft product portfolio represents a potential $100 billion incremental revenue uplift in 2027. To provide some context, Azure and Office 365 helped Microsoft add almost $100 billion in revenue over the past 4 years. It has increased from $110 billion to $198 billion in revenue, and the stock appreciated 180% over that time frame. So yes, it's very important that you guys start looking into AI and stop being scared of it. Use it to make money. Use it to do things around the house, figure out schedules. There's so many different things that you can do with AI, and just do your research. Don't be afraid of it. Use it.